gon' make you move, boy.
And welcome to the PhD podcast. It's your boy Teddy.
I'm your co-host Marcus.
And today we're going to be doing the World Cup review for 2022.
And we have our two special guests joining us again.
Yes, it's
sir.
your boy Matt. What's going on?
What's up, it's Johnny Pro. What's up?
Yeah, and we're going to be doing our World Cup review. We're going to be talking about all the stuff that happened within 30 days of the World Cup in Qatar.
Madness.
So what was the overall summary of the World Cup, guys? Like
Goal Fest.
Goal
Goal
Fest.
Fest.
That was crazy.
Goal Fest.
There was a lot of criticism going into Qatar, like because of the season, the timing.
I'll put my name on it. Well, I was one of them criticizing.
Did it meet or exceed expectations?
Oh, I think it just passed it. I loved it. I think it was just entertaining. Besides the fact that you could be cooped up at home because it's cold outside,
yes.
Especially during these times. That I just enjoyed it. I overall enjoyed it. Goal Fest for sure.
Great tournament, honestly. Yeah. It was exceeded expectations for sure because I thought the expectation was gonna be bad, one of the worst, which I predicted. But honestly, great tournament. Yeah. I don't want it to happen in the winter again. But I got to give credit where it's due.
It was great. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I gave it an 8.1 out of 10.
That's good.
Yeah, it deserved a good mark because just even with the whole weather thing that it was in December and even from the geographical location that we live in, because people still went up to certain areas and still ran the streets.
For sure. If it's your country, you got to celebrate regardless.
It don't matter.
And the time difference too. Remember, a lot of those games in the group stage were at 5 and the first game was at 5 in the morning.
I missed some of those.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it was.
I woke up for the Saudi Arabia Argentina.
I woke up for most of them.
Because they were at 5 a.m., 10 a.m., and 2 p.m.
Yeah, exactly.
Luckily, with my work schedule, I was able to catch a couple of them. So, it wasn't so bad.
Overall, it was a good tournament. Hands
I wonder
down.
how many people got the TSN app just for this month and are unsubscribing as we speak.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Well, you already paid for the whole month, so, unsubscribing.
$20 a month. Unbelievable.
Damn, I thought it was 10.
Yeah, man. 20.
But guess what? It was worth it.
It'd be like that, so, But talk about some of those picks that some of us made on that earlier podcast, because certain ones were some blunders out there.
I remember I picked Argentina to win. That's why I'm wearing this jersey. And I don't know what he's doing.
He picked France.
No, I'm talking about the opening round and stuff like that, because someone picked Ecuador to win.
Did I? I didn't pick Ecuador.
Yes, you did.
To win the group?
Yes, you did.
Whose group are they in?
They're in Group A.
I took Senegal to win the group, but they didn't make it out the group.
Did I pick Ecuador? I don't think I picked.
Yeah, so we can roll the clip.
Who was in that group again? The other two teams were with it again? The other two teams were the Ecuador, Senegal,
Qatar, and Netherlands.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Holland's just.
Yeah.
We said that Netherlands just ran through that anyways.
Yeah.
But they tied a game.
But they were still
No, I think Ecuador is still, even after, I still think Ecuador is a good team. And that was a pretty close group other than
And what's that player two? What is it? Was it Valencia?
Valencia,
Solid.
yeah.
He was good. He was great. He was actually
Ecuador's
good.
on Fenerbahce.
Didn't Ecuador, didn't they not go through because of goal difference?
Yeah. And I think the first game
they lost to Senegal. They lost the game to Senegal.
That was a close. Was it? That was a close.
It was 2-1. It was 2-1, 3-2, something like that.
Because I swear they lost. Senegal lost 1-0 to Netherlands.
No, they tied.
No, they lost to the Netherlands. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they lost to Netherlands. I'm pretty sure. We could double check that. They lost.
No, because the Netherlands never got 9 points because they beat.
What did they end up with? 7, I think.
They end up with they tied Ecuador because they beat Senegal 2-0 the first game.
They beat Qatar.
They beat Senegal.
They beat Senegal 2-0.
Well,
and then they tied Ecuador.
They topped the group anyways, but
yeah, that's how they topped the group because they had their last game. They had to beat Qatar to obviously clinch.
Yeah.
And then,
but okay, no, I'll wear that. You know what I mean? I'm Colombian myself, so when I say Ecuador is gonna win something, I'm going out there. But I still think it was compared to the other groups, other than if you take out Qatar. I
was so off on Group B, but you know what? I that's how I felt. I don't regret it. I would say the same thing over and over again. I mean, if Iran had the clear state of mind after their first game when they didn't sing the national anthem, I mean that was probably the highest scoring game of the World Cup. I think it was 6-2.
Well,
I know England got a game of 6-2 when England was 6-2 one game.
Against Iran.
Yeah,
6-2.
6-2. Yeah.
Spain wins.
Spain got
7-0.
spanking. Yeah, 7 something. Yeah, 7. Yeah,
7-0.
Okay.
Yeah, but but you could tell the Iranian players weren't up. They didn't have a good state of mind.
Yeah, their
boy.
mentality wasn't there.
Yeah, they were like, yeah.
I still think the group stages were heavily contested. I think there was a lot of people that had certain teams that were going to go through. Nobody had Germany getting beat by Japan. Nobody had Belgium. You know what I mean?
Gonna be coming out of that group.
Getting embarrassed the way they did. You know what I mean?
Nobody had Saudi Arabia beating Argentina, man.
That was the shock of the tournament.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And after that game too, I guarantee you ask anybody for sure, they'll be like, oh, Argentina's not winning the World Cup. They're not winning. And look what they did.
Except me. Yours truly.
This man still
Yours truly.
believed
Go
all
on
the
the
way through.
Instagram page at the Player Hate Degree Podcast. Go on the Instagram page. Check it out. We still got the receipts.
But
We're still there.
even a shock, a team that I predicted that would be really good was Uruguay, and they lost out to South Korea. But Marcus, if you notice, a lot of these groups were determined by goal difference. It was that close.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even Uruguay, I think it was South Korea, their last game they had beat
Brazil.
Yeah.
When they beat Brazil, Son, what a beautiful pass.
No. I don't think they were in the. I think you're thinking of, wasn't it Cameroon? That Cameroon.
That was Cameroon.
Yeah,
Sorry, and the guy got the red card. My
Yeah,
mistake
yeah,
on
yeah,
that.
Cameroon. South
It's
Korea
against Portugal.
Yeah,
It was against
yes,
Portugal.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes.
Because they rested their players. Yeah.
I told you, Korea always gets the better of
And it was the
Portugal.
goals. But you see what they did this year? Even from Mexico, didn't make it because of that red card rule or whatever, the yellow cards.
The yellows. They had more yellows
that's
than Poland.
I don't know. I never
They had
heard
more
that.
yellows
Did
than
that just
Poland.
started this tournament, I guess? Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't make it. They were tied. You know what I'm talking
They were
about?
tied on goal
Yeah, they were
differential,
tied
but they had the yellows.
because they have more yellows. Yeah, it's like a fair play
That
rule.
just sucks to
Yeah.
lose that way.
Yeah,
It's
they
a new-
had
it's a
more
new
ye-
fair play rule now.
It's a fair play rule. It's a FIFA
And
fair
Poland made it
play.
instead, right? Poland made it instead
Poland
of
made
Mexico.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the goal differential.
It would have been Mexico, but there's some thing
No,
about.
but the Saudis did get a goal at the
Teddy,
end.
That's what it was.
Okay, but
Yes,
but no,
that's
but
what it was.
at
if it
one
was
point,
tied-
the commentator even said himself it was because the
It was
new
fair play.
fair play thing, the yellow
The Saudi
card.
got a goal at the end. The
That's-
Saudi,
yeah.
that's what
the
it was.
Saudi, the
I
Saudi
don't know,
got
but
the
I
goal
don't.
late.
I feel like that's just simple
I
goal
did
difference.
hear that though. That
Yeah.
to me that's strange.
Yeah, strange. Yeah.
No, fair play. Don't play dirty. Don't get yellows. Don't pick up yellows.
There's all these new
but-
things. Remember the last Euros too? How some third place teams could actually make it to the group. I don't
on
like
goal
this.
differential.
Just like the top two, just make it simple. That's
Okay,
it.
yeah, but I guess they're trying to weed out
Spare,
any
yeah.
possibilities of playing an extra game. Or
Well, in the
something like
next
that,
World
right?
Cup, they're gonna add 48 teams compared to 32.
That's a whole
That's-
nother episode, Teddy. They don't even get started.
That's just a
with
wait. Nah,
excitement.
man. Just
Excitement has
after
to
that
be
32 the way that
Italy
happened.
will make it though. Italy will be there.
I gotta stand up for them. They got 4 World Cups, Teddy.
Yeah, 2 of them were like before World War II.
That's okay.
Hitler watched one of them.
That's okay. Probably did actually. 36.
No, he really did. At 36, it was in
Yeah, he
Berlin.
was there,
He
so.
really was there. It's
Or
not a joke.
Uruguay.
that's
Uruguay
actual
might have won that
fact.
one actually. Uruguay, one of those South American teams.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
I think
there was like 8
Uruguay
teams
that won.
playing too.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
it was different rules back
Wins a
then.
win.
What group stood out for you guys? Like just overall, if you have to pick in order, like we go, what group stood out for you? Like just your most entertaining, or just in general?
Group C with Argentina, because every game they played after losing the first one was like do or die.
It was just
it was do or
against Mexico.
die.
Man, Messi scored that goal.
Outside the
Jesus
box, a
Christ.
beautiful pass by Di Maria. That was brilliant.
That was a very exciting group because it did have a lot of unpredictable things happening.
And Ochoa saving Lewandowski's penalty.
Oh.
That was brilliant. It's like Ochoa's magic again in the
And
World
also, you know
Cup.
who saved, I think, 3 penalty shots as well?
Szczęsny.
What's his name? From Poland, right?
Yeah,
Poland.
Szczęsny.
Oh my
He saved
goodness.
Messi's penalty too. That
Great.
was,
Yeah, he was just phenomenal.
that group was amazing.
But
That
if I'm gonna be objective, I think we have to say it was the Japan versus Japan, Spain, Germany.
The last
that
game,
was
the
entertaining,
last
yeah,
game, the
because
last game of that group was crazy because at one point you had Costa Rica and Japan getting out the group.
Yeah, because
For like 3 minutes or
and-
5 minutes span, it was looking that way.
and I think every team in that group got a win.
Yes,
You know what I
that
mean?
did happen.
So that's why I also say I think I would probably have to say that was the one that stood out the most. You had Japan beating Spain and Germany, which is not getting talked enough about. You know what I mean? That was an incredible accomplishment. And I said, if you remember, Marcus, I said I love Japanese football.
Yes,
I
you did.
said I like the way that Japanese
That
football has
fast-paced
developed.
type of, yeah.
Yes, you know what I
Okay,
mean?
so do you think that Japan getting out was like one of the biggest upsets throughout the World Cup?
100%.
No.
And there was also a lot of
I don't think biggest.
controversy.
No, I wouldn't say biggest.
No.
Was that ball over the line?
I-
Everybody should know
The
what
eye
I'm
test,
talking
the
about.
eye test says the ball is out of line, but they have this new rule
No,
where
that-
it's like
yeah, even if it's like- yeah.
if like the 1/8 of the ball is on the line, it's
still
still
in.
in.
Still
play.
in, yeah.
And if people aren't clear, it was a game against Spain versus Japan. It was
Yes.
the ball went over the touchline.
That's what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
exactly.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be clear so people
Yeah.
who don't know.
That's weird. I always thought sometimes just even a piece of the ball's out, it's out. But I guess no, it has to be the whole ball. The whole ball has to be out.
But it's like, you know what I mean?
It's technology. Something's always every tournament. Something's always newer.
It's like the goal line. Like if like half, but I think they should just make it like the goal, like how you score a goal. If half the ball is like past the goal line,
It's a goal, I think.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
should do the same thing. It should
Back
be
then,
the
I remember it was
exact
like that,
same
but they
thing.
changed. Everything
But who
changes.
knows? Maybe I don't know. That's a question. I would love to have seen that. Like, I remember Frank Lampard's disallowed goal against Germany. This was like, 8 years ago? I think it was in the Euros or whatever. If whoever does remember this, YouTube it. When Lampard, they lost, I think what it was 3-2 or whatever against Germany. Lampard hit one off, it went bar down.
Bar down, it was actually
remember
past,
that?
way
Yeah,
past,
and
and they said no.
And they said it was no
Yes,
goal.
that was
Remember that?
I think that was in South Africa.
Yeah,
that was 2010.
And that was.
And he was so cheesed his reaction. I remember that too. I seen the replay.
But that's the
2010.
thing,
That was
like,
South Africa.
Even if we were to go over all the refereeing and the controversies in this World Cup, I still think it was well balanced.
Yeah, I think it was
but
good.
It had its fair share of questionable decisions.
I think Japan though they got as far as they could. I mean, if you can't win a game on penalties, that's on you as a nation.
Then they could have won that game. They had a lot of chances to win that game.
But they blew them. They took the worst penalties I ever seen. I haven't seen penalties that bad since England in the early 2000s.
It happens, man.
That's like the nature of sports regardless. It's just like there's always no one's ever happy, never satisfied regardless. There's always something like, regardless of sports, you're only guaranteed one thing: winners and losers. That's it.
Yeah, there's no middle. There's no middle ground.
Nothing. Yeah, no one's ever happy. That's it.
All right, guys, what do you guys think about Morocco's deep run?
Wow. Cinderella story. I remember when you told me, Marcus, from Greece 2004, but like a 2.0 type of thing.
Yep.
Even a little better, actually, I think, because it's a World Cup, right?
Because Morocco's on the bigger
stage. I think that was just, I never imagined them, especially coming out of Canada's group. Like we said before we started, take that in. Croatia, Morocco in the semis.
Yep. Nobody would have guessed that.
I said Hakimi and Ziyech were the key factors for them making that run, and it did happen.
They played like a team. It was phenomenal when I watched
But to be fair, they got to give a special shout out that midfielder they had, Sofran.
Number 4 is number 4, I believe. Number 4.
Yes, he plays
captain.
Plays for Fiorentina. Exactly, their captain. And El Nesri plays for Sevilla. Those guys were absolute.
Is that number 17?
El Nesri, I believe he's the one who scored the header against Portugal. He was either number 17 or number 9. He might have been number 9.
No, he's number 9.
Plays for Sevilla. But Amrabat in the middle plays for Fiorentina in Italy. That guy is an absolute workhorse. I'm telling you right now, as a Liverpool fan, I'd take him any day. And yeah, Bono was born in Canada.
Even the subs as well, when they put in the subs and the goalie was from Montreal, right?
Yeah, he's born in Canada.
And he's even wearing the actual Canada. That was sick. That was good.
I respect that.
That was good. Don't forget your roots. That was good.
Yeah. Because I think that was just not too long after we got eliminated.
Like we said before, like I was even saying to myself, like, Canada just making the World Cup is good enough. I was saying, remember, like, I don't know about scoring a goal. Fonzie's, that goal was just incredible. Right off the bat.
At least Canada had a lead for 20 minutes of a game. Unlike other nations that were just happy to get a goal. Canada had a lead for 20 minutes.
Belgium,
and then reality kicked in.
But they played great against Belgium. I was like, that was all.
They did, but you see, we got to go, if we're going to go back to Alfonso, remember him missing that penalty. And like, that was the thing. It's like, when going into this tournament, I said, on this show, I said, there's no reason why Canada shouldn't be able to compete with Morocco. There's no reason.
That Belgium game was phenomenal.
The first goal they gave away, the goalie to Morocco, to Ziyech, was the end of the game.
But the main thing with Morocco is their structure and discipline, and their organization was absolutely. Their coach as well deserves so much credit. I mean, like, the Morocco, going back to your question, Marcus, like, that is one of the stories of this sports year, of the calendar year, in my opinion. That's one of the great stories. We got Lionel Messi winning the World Cup. That's number 1. Nobody, I don't care what anybody's done in sports. That's number 1. But that Morocco being the first, forget about
African,
Morocco, the first African team
semis, Jesus
to make it to a semis, to me, in a group with Belgium, who was the number 2 ranked team in the world at the time, Croatia, who made it to the finals,
Portugal
before, and they beat Portugal, like, you know what I mean, like, that's gotta be up there as one of the top 3, top 5 greatest.
They played well.
You know what
Portugal was over. I always felt Portugal was over.
Yeah.
And I don't get to is a penalty kick. People are complaining about Davies taking it. They said David should have took it. I don't know. I just think because Davies, just not just on a scale, like, just the golden, like, not. It's just one of those. It's just Davies, right?
I remember in the qualifiers though, Kyle Larin was taking the penalty, but he wasn't on the pitch at the time.
Sometimes David usually
he wasn't on the pitch at the time though.
It is what it is.
But Thibaut Courtois is a 6'6". He's a world class keeper. He's gonna if you put it low, you gotta hit the corner perfectly.
Put him on a basketball team. Jesus, 6'6".
Otherwise, he's gonna save it.
If only they had 10 other Thibaut Courtois, but they don't.
How about our goal? I don't know. Our goalie was kind of iffy.
They had what's his name? They had Lukaku. Shout out to Lukaku for that chest pass.
Lukaka.
Yeah. Shout out to Lukaku for that chest pass, man. He had an empty net. He chest passed.
Would you blame the loss now, Croatia, like just the way our goalie played and stuff? A lot of people are like bagging on him too as well, saying just like he screwed up a couple plays here and there.
He was very amateurish.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
Goalie?
Morocco. You see that one time that pass he did that let that first goal in?
Yeah, I thought it was because remember the Morocco game. It was over.
Yeah, it was
over. Do you know what I mean? But like the game against
Croatia
was some of the worst defending I've ever seen in my life.
First half was great.
20 minutes. 20 minutes of the game.
Let's say half an hour.
By half an hour, reality kicked in.
The defending was abysmal. Like,
Once that second goal win, it was like.
And like I said, I know some of these people. Like, you know what I mean. I grew up with some of these people. You know, like I love some of these people. Kyle Larin, you know what I mean. Grew up playing with him. He wasn't at the level. You know what I mean. Jonathan David. I'm gonna try to be nice because this is a recording. Like, he's one of the most overrated Canadian athletes I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Alphonso Davies, he played well, but he's playing out of position. You know, he's not a left winger. He's not a 10. He's not, you know what I mean?
He's number 6.
Belongs on the left wing, left back. You know what I mean? Like, some of these guys, Atiba Hutchinson, he's been a great servant for Canadian soccer, football, whatever you want to call it. He's 39 years old. He was the oldest player at the tournament. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't have the legs. Like, some of these guys, the younger guys that I didn't even really... Tajan Buchanan, to me, was probably arguably our best player,
he was
in my
great.
opinion. Ishmael Okone, the guy, I never even really heard of him. Now he just went to Watford in the championship.
And the other guy, too, Johnson, that signed with Celtics. He was good.
Exactly.
He was good.
Alistair Johnson. Yeah, he just, like, you know, there's certain players, like, you know, that you know, maybe they could... Everybody should be able to hold their head high. They made it to the World Cup.
But they're playing against class
I'm
players.
proud of all of them, but...
They played against Luka Modric.
What'd
They
you say
played
about...
against Luka Modric, a Ballon d'Or winner. Like,
I know, but to not get a point, I mean, like, I said it before the World Cup, 3 points should be our goal. I said that.
Yeah, we said,
3 points should be
said
the
that.
goal.
Well, we said a goal.
We said a goal, they got the
But
goal.
I was saying next round, I was on a high.
No, I didn't say, I wasn't
They got a
guaranteeing
goal.
nothing, but yeah, I thought they would.
I'm happy.
I know
that
they're gonna
they
get 3 points,
scored a
like we
goal
said.
in
Me
itself.
too. I'm happy.
Guys,
they
how about
scored a goal.
Modric right now? Like, I seen some posts and stuff. Somebody was actually saying, I agree. Do you think he's not like just like underrated, but one of the best midfielders?
100%.
Like, I think so too.
Yeah,
Just very
100%.
quiet, silent, but nobody really talks about him. Why is that? Because I guess of popularity nowadays, I guess, type of thing.
Look at the sides that he was playing on. Real Madrid, you know what I mean? He's playing with some of
Like,
the
he's always
biggest,
in the somewhat shadow of the
playing with
top.
some of
Yeah,
the biggest
exactly.
stars. Like, even when he was on Tottenham, he was absolutely brilliant. But you know what I mean? That team wasn't necessarily
Mastermind on the
winning.
field,
They
mastermind.
weren't winning things. You know what I mean? So, and they were getting overshadowed by the other big 6 in the Premier League. You know what I mean? So Modric, I feel like he's always been that steady Eddie.
Yeah.
Always been that consistent, that calming presence in the middle of the park.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, he's one of the most underrated midfielders, players in the history of football.
Yeah, that's what I think for sure.
By
Phenomenal. One of the greats for sure.
And I think he's got at least maybe we could see him in the Euro. I wouldn't be shocked.
Euro,
I just-
yeah, but I don't think World Cup. Euro for sure.
I just
No,
want to
not
ask, what was the best goal of the tournament? Because they announced it earlier today what the best goal was.
In my opinion, it was 100% the Kylian Mbappe goal in the final.
Yeah.
Live, blur,
100%.
but I disagree.
100%.
I'm trying to recap and think. That comes to mind. That comes to mind.
Only because of, like I said, the significance of it, the way that he was the one that did. He did. Remember, he headed it down for the goal for the give and go. Sorry, you know what I mean. He headed it down, controlled it. Then he goes, takes it out of the air first time. It was almost outside the 18.
Especially that much pressure going into that World Cup. Like,
and
it was
they were
like 10
down.
minutes
Yeah,
left
they
or
were
something.
down to like that goal.
It erupted the whole soccer
Oh
world.
my goodness gracious! I mean, like I said, and to do it in the World Cup, I said it to my dad.
I totally forgot that.
99% of players in the world, Marcus, they take a touch, maybe two. And he's the 1% that said don't need it.
Mbappe's
You know what
goal
I mean?
had more weight to it, but when it came to just watching it, like if you just land on planet Earth and you just see the two, you don't understand which one weighed more. Richarlison was voted.
Brazil,
The goal of the tournament. Richarlison was voted.
Yeah,
by
when you
FIFA.
just showed me that too, that was like, yeah, I totally forgot about that one. I mean, even like,
Richarlison's scissors kick was brilliant. It was the best goal.
But the reason why
It was brilliant. It was the best goal. Just from an eye test, watching
that was
football.
it didn't even touch the ground, just the way he just
the way he
nice.
controlled
Yeah.
and lifted it. Nothing.
It was just phenomenal.
Mbappe's goal had more on the line. It had more weight to it, but just the beauty and masterclass of the goal was
hands down.
Richarlison.
That's why,
But I think personally, just in my opinion, believe it or not, the Richarlison goal was easier. He was easier because the ball had came to him from across from Vinicius, where he was stationary. You know what I mean? He chested it. He took a touch first, and he was closer in. He was closer into the box around the penalty spot. You know what I mean?
But the whole way his goal was just...
And he took the touch.
Come
and it was
on,
a brilliant
his
goal.
touch
No,
is
it was a
clean,
brilliant
his
goal.
control.
Most guys don't have the capability or touch to even control that volley.
Yeah.
Most guys will roof it to the fifth row.
No, it was a good goal. It was a good goal.
Argos try
Are you
it.
kidding me? What if Fred did that, for example? Where would that ball be? That ball would still be traveling if it was
Harry
Fred.
Kane? Okay.
Oh, Harry Kane's ball is still being looked over.
Towards the end of the tournament, though, Richarlison was looking like Fred, though.
But the most historic goal for me, I mean, like, historic, like, just in general for myself, probably nobody, I just think Davis's first goal for Canada. That was nice.
That was a close header.
That was nice.
That was a nice
beautiful.
header.
That was beautiful.
nice, clean,
That was a nice
header.
goal.
Just get us on the map, boom, done.
But he owed me that. You know, it's almost like, you know what I mean, when somebody asks you for $1,000 and then they pay it back to you. It's
We
like,
just
they're
need
not
that to get
giving-
away.
Yeah, they're not giving you $1,000.
Hey,
Like,
Trudeau's still
you
asking.
owed me this.
Trudeau's still asking.
Yeah, he owed us that goal.
But with that
from
penalty kick, everybody misses penalty kick. Even
No, but I
superstars,
know,
even
you're right,
superstars.
but it
Even
was a
Messi, how
war,
many did
but it
Messi
was
Messi missed one against
Like one-
Chesney.
Yeah, exactly.
Messi missed one against Chesney.
Yeah.
It happened.
But he scored 4 others, though.
So that's where we go.
That's
So we
what I
have
made up
we have
for
your
it.
Yeah,
Mbappe,
exactly.
then we have yours.
Richarlison.
Brazil, yeah. Then I have mine's not even considered. Mine's just myself, personal favorite, like historic Davis. That's it.
Yeah, and I had Mbappe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But and really quickly,
But
I'll
FIFA
take no-
voted Richarlison.
Yeah, exactly.
The vote
FIFA,
was
yeah.
Richarlison.
Yeah.
Just for everyone out there.
Don't surprise me. Don't surprise me.
All right, so our next question is one of those. What do you think about Brazil's upset, losing to Croatia in penalty kicks?
Wasn't an upset.
It's a big upset.
Was not an
The
upset.
whole game. Well, okay, not upset because obviously because Croatia's Croatia. They've been there. They've done that, right? But that game, like if you watch the game, Brazil was all over them. Well, how many shots
Yes.
did they only get? Like one shot on net.
It was a huge
But
upset.
after the goal, after Croatia conceded the goal, the game shifted.
Yeah, shifted. Yeah,
The game
the
shifted.
momentum was
That's why I
just.
say it wasn't an upset.
That's why people complain. Don't let that just finish the game before it goes to penalty kicks.
Exactly.
Because penalty kicks, anybody could win.
Yeah,
Anybody could win.
thank you.
I don't want to hear it.
That's
If
gonna
you're good
bring
enough,
up-
you finish the game before it ends.
Thank
Don't
you.
make it go into penalty kicks. That's it. Don't want to hear it.
Okay, that's gonna be our next topic, which is this whole losing in penalty kicks.
Like I just said, don't
Like-
finish it. Finish it before like full time, or even if it goes into extra time, finish it. It's like not even a draw. It's like can't say 50. It's like it's penalty kicks or penalty kicks. Anybody could score legit.
Do you feel that they should change the rule with
No.
this penalty
No, it's
kicks?
good. It's good. Back
No.
then, it used
And
to be
make it like hockey of
Golden
sudden
goal?
death.
Yeah, remember back then, golden goal. Remember that?
Golden goal. That's called golden goal before. But
No,
no,
but I think
you
it's
can't
more
go
exciting
back to
with penalty
golden goal.
kicks, even though you
'Cause
don't
gonna
like
have,
it.
You're gonna have guys pull hamstrings. You're gonna have guys cramp up. You never know when a game's gonna. You know how many games in the World Cup that were 0-0? The number one bet to place throughout the group stage was the under on goals.
Yeah, it'll turn into tennis. It'll turn into baseball.
It was
There'll be no end. You know
no,
what I
it will
mean?
never
So-
end.
But do
And-
you think that like it's one of those? But whoever scores wins of.
Golden
it's
Yeah,
not
golden
a
goal.
out,
That's how it
But
was
you're
back
allowed
then.
to like have substitutions though.
Yeah, of course. But then
Yeah.
we don't know how long it'll take. It'll probably take who knows how long.
It is what it is.
No.
like baseball or hockey.
Even though I don't like penalty kicks, sometimes my teams like I actually like lose and it sucks. I just say keep it like this. It's good. It's
No,
excitement.
you need-
It's good.
you need
It's part of the
penalty
game.
kicks.
Yeah.
It's part of the game.
Just
it makes
settle
it.
it.
It makes it entertaining.
Yeah.
It's exciting, and you know what? It lets the goalie shine. Like you need a goalie that can save penalties.
Exactly.
And
Which
it's
is what I
tradition.
predicted.
You already had 2 hours. Think about it, 90 minutes game and then 30 more. It's 2 hours. If you can't like get
what
a part.
happens in
penalty kicks.
baseball
That's
or
it.
hockey?
baseball.
Yeah,
they
but-
got 27 inning games. Are you
Yeah.
kidding? Are you kidding me?
Exactly. I still think
No.
that it should be one of those, like it just sucks if you end up losing
It's the worst
in the World Cup
Yeah.
and you go home because of a penalty kick.
Ask the French right now,
But
they hate it. It's the worst ever. But ask the Argentinians, they'll love it. They're on top of the world.
But
That's how it
Marcus,
is.
That's why
Nature of the
what I
game.
mean, it's a skill. That's why people
Yeah.
train to take penalty kicks. It's part of the game. You know,
It's
not
free
something-
throws.
It's like
Legit, yeah.
It's like when
That's
I
what they put
hear
it. Free throws.
Nah, okay, they can't use free throws. Like that's like
That's
all
the
right.
best
And
comparison
it
I
goes
can
to
give you.
overtime.
I'll
After the
give
first
Marcus, I'll
overtime,
give
then
you
you
a
gotta go. All right, we're gonna have a free throw shooting contest.
No, but I mean soccer
Marcus, I'll
terms, like
give
what
you a
he's trying to
perfect
say.
I'm
example.
breaking it down in soccer terms.
Yeah, yeah.
A penalty is compared
Yeah.
to a free
I'll
throw.
give
Yeah.
you a perfect example, Marcus.
Nah.
I always see
Penalties are
I always see
underrated.
Skip Bayless on his show. He always tries to say, look, we should just get rid of field goal kickers. Like they're not real football
Of all people,
players.
Skip.
We should just get rid of field goals. That's what he says. He's like, I hate to see football games between two warriors and two teams full of warriors end in field goals. That's what he tries to say.
Biggest
That
LeBron
sucks
fan.
to
You know what I
lose
mean?
that
Biggest
way.
LeBron fan.
But that's what but what I'm saying is you can't do that. You know what I mean? First of all, like I said, it's tradition, and it's a whole part of the game. Like it's a whole skill. It's a whole
Yo, people
department
get
of the
killed
game.
for that though.
But okay, so
People get
but in a
killed for
game,
less.
but in a
People get killed
game,
for less,
sometimes you get fouled in the box. There's a penalty. It's a practice.
Yeah,
It's
that's different, but that's
No,
a rule. If
but-
you get tripped in the box, it's a penalty.
Yeah,
shot.
so the game should end in penalties as
Depending
well.
on every sport has their own different whatever it may be. So that's
That's
it.
why they changed some of the rules.
And plus,
Marcus
and
ain't
plus
giving
you
up.
get,
He's not giving up.
and plus you get goalies like Emma Martinez that can flex a save. They can talk.
But
They talk.
Biggest
going
it's
save.
a
back-
mental,
Well, it
it's
helps
a
you
mental
get paid
warfare.
as a goalie, definitely.
Exactly. So it's a way for a goalie to get it. It works both ways.
But going
But,
back,
man, I'm completely against it. I don't
but
care
Marcus,
what y'all
you
say,
asked
bro.
though. You asked about Brazil losing to Croatia and penalties, right? And
Yes.
this is another way to look at it as well. Like some some of these countries, these smaller countries, these Moroccos and these Croatias,
Gives them a chance.
you know what I mean? It gives them more of a chance after 120 minutes. You know what I mean? If you're gonna play for 150 minutes, these Brazils and the France, they're gonna have way more.
I'm gonna just say one thing
substitutions
before
and
we switch
firepower
off.
the bench.
Before we switch off Brazil and Croatia. When it came to penalties, we saw everybody in the nation, like everybody's country, the best of their leadership, go up and take the first penalty. In the finals, we saw Messi and Mbappe line up, take
So
their
what are you
penalty.
trying to say,
we
Teddy?
saw hold on, and we saw even the Netherlands, Virgil van Dijk, a center back, not his job. He's the leader. He went up and took the penalty, even though he missed.
Who was Brazil's leader?
I don't know who was Neymar. Where was
Yeah,
Neymar?
exactly. But he's
Where
right though.
was
Sometimes
Neymar?
some teams don't even put their top players to go. Like even sometimes you see Portugal,
but
you never see Ronaldo go right away. Never.
And it
That's what you gotta
backfires.
say,
Yeah.
though.
And it
I
backfires.
love it that
Your
when they did.
leader-
I love the finals when they had Messi and Mbappe go right away. That's how you set it off.
That's-
Make the
yeah.
go,
But I
go on
think
the board right
That's
away.
why,
Go on the
in my
board right away.
opinion, that's why Brazil lost. They let a young Rodrigo go instead of Neymar. Where was Neymar?
Like
should've
remember
let-
during the Euro Cup
Yeah,
England
I
what they
agree
did
with
too. Remember Saka then whatever. It's like
Yeah,
I don't know.
Raheem Sterling did not go up. Where
I don't
was
know.
he's supposed
Well,
to be the guy?
that's
agree.
like
I
a
agree.
very controversial topic, like even in Canadian hockey with Gretzky in '98 and Nagano.
I don't
And he
remember.
didn't take the penalty shot.
Gretzky must have been, but that must have been Lemieux. That must have been Lemieux's team, no? Or was Lemieux dealing with his back at that time?
No, Lemieux
No,
had
he was
cancer.
cancer.
Yeah, I was dealing
At
with the
the time.
cancer. Oh, it was the cancer. Okay, yeah.
Because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like one of those, that was a controversial thing back then.
I don't remember that.
Well, we were like
Dominic
6.
Hasek,
Yeah.
Dominic Hasek, Dominic Hasek saved it. I remember seeing clips of it, but I don't remember watching
I
it
don't
live.
remember nothing before
Well,
Salt
we were
Lake.
like 6.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I was 4. Yeah, you're 6. I was like, like I would have remembered it.
Salt Lake City. Anything before that, and it's like I don't remember that.
Nagano, I don't remember very well, but yeah, like Neymar should have took the penalty first. He did not, and
That's
it
what I think. I
backfired.
think
But
if
it
you're
was
the
still an
star
upset,
player, you should be
though.
taking those.
Brazil losing to Croatia, it was an upset. The thing about
Okay, you can say upset, but I just but they've been there before. Croatia's a elite team. They're an elite
during the
team.
game, the balance of play. You're talking about maybe who deserved it more. I'm not saying Brazil deserved it more. I'm saying anybody before the tournament, before that game, that said Croatia beating Brazil is not an upset. That's crazy.
No,
Of
because
course it
once
was
the
an
game
upset.
goes to
Of course it
penalties,
was
it's a
an upset.
toss up. Anything can happen.
Anything
Like
can
Robbie
happen.
said.
I'm saying though, like even like I said, you're a betting man. Look, what was Bet365? What were the odds saying before that game? I'm pretty sure they were
Yeah,
saying
Brazil
that
was a favorite
big
every game.
favorite.
Brazil was a favorite every
Because
game.
they're winning.
Yeah,
They're
they're
winning.
winning.
That's why it's an upset.
But if you bet full time result for either team, even if you took Brazil, you took the L.
Remember,
Now
Croatia's
he's
been
getting
there. The
the
last World Cup
particulars.
finals.
Now you
They've
took
been
the
there.
L.
They've been
No,
there.
because people make dumb bets
They're
and
elite
put
teams.
full time result, which we talked about earlier. And
on
yeah,
our year in review podcast.
yeah, exactly. If you put full time result and the game goes past 90 minutes, you lose. You got to read the fine print.
Yeah, sorry, Drake. That ended up happening to him.
Sorry to a lot of people.
The Drake curse though was lifted. Shout out Messi.
No, actually,
Well,
no.
the Drake curse was
still
technically
continues.
lifted, but then it wasn't because Drake still lost his money.
Yeah, because he
Yeah.
he
But you know, okay, how about this?
Big
How about
up
this?
to Drake, man. Big up
Yeah,
Drake.
let's just say
No,
he said
no.
Argentina will win. They won.
Yeah,
That's
big
why
up.
I said part of it.
It's
Yeah, he
okay.
was halfway right.
I thought he bet $1 million. Marcus won 1.7. No.
No, because
that's
he put.
what he
That's
would
what
have
that's what
won.
I just explained. He put full time result within 90
Yeah,
minutes.
so you got to finish that by 90. Yeah.
You gotta go past the. You gotta
See,
go.
some people, the rookies,
Genius.
they just
He
think,
said
oh, it
was a
doesn't matter,
rookie
just
mistake
win.
for betting.
Yeah, rookie mistake for betting.
Bet365 genius. That's a little genius loophole that they. put
Well,
in.
no, it's not only that.
That's
Big-
called reading the fine print and reading
you gotta read the
everything
fine
before
print.
you
That's what I'm
bet.
saying.
No, because
terms
some
and agreements.
no, some apps give you early payout options, others don't. So
But to be fair though, in the 75th minute, everybody was probably looking at Drake like he was a genius until Mbappe said, "Hold my beer."
I love to see
not
his,
me.
I'd
I
love to
still
see
knew.
his reaction.
I still knew LeBlue had a chance. I still
Nah,
knew.
you were
I
shaking
still
it,
knew.
fam.
I was not shaking it.
You know what?
You were
I was
scared
not.
as hell.
I was
Yeah,
not shaking
scared
it.
as hell, man.
Find some footage and
I want to
ask
see some
anyone that called
live
me.
footage of Drake, like whoever he was. I want to see live footage of his reaction was when Mbappe
Yeah.
scored that kick. That
Well, it's only
2
a
goals
million.
in 90 minutes.
I just want to see his
only a
reaction.
million.
I want to
Two
see his
goals in 90
reaction.
minutes.
Wait,
only a
realistically,
million.
that's nothing to Drake. Let's
Of
be real
course,
for a second.
it's
That's
It's like
nothing.
$100 to
That's
us.
nothing. That's like toilet paper.
Yeah.
Let's be real for a second.
It's like $100 to us. That's the best way I can put it.
I think 100's still high.
100 still high. See, there you go. It's
toilet paper.
It's a 10.
That's like
one of
one,
those-
It's a 10.
it's like one ply toilet paper.
That's a
That ain't
10.
even two of the good stuff. Not even Charmin or nothing like that.
That's like when they looked up the equivalency of a Drake date. Okay, you know when he took that dude's mom to the Dodger Stadium? So they-
Johanna Leia. Yep.
So they broke down
big.
of how much money Drake makes per year compared to like regular people of how much that date was.
Because he rented out the Dodger Stadium.
Whole stadium.
correct?
Yeah.
Marcus just said
Yeah.
that. How much did it cost, Marcus?
It came to the equivalency to regular people of $12.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's like that's a McDonald's
That's
meal.
a McDonald's
See?
combo.
That's what.
Nah, that's still too expensive for McDonald's. The McDonald's combo is like $10.
Yeah.
But what if you upgrade the fries?
So imagine what that is to Messi.
What if you upgrade the fries?
Imagine what that is.
What if you
Imagine
upgrade, Marcus? What if I upgrade the fries?
Imagine what that
Yo,
is to
well, now they be charging like 80 cents for fries now.
Marcus, like, the whole menu price.
Yo, they be.
Hey, how much is a pack of barbecue sauce or whatever? 10
Yo,
cents?
they be charging 40 cents.
That's not free.
Nah.
The
These
mac
be
sauce
these
is
be
No,
free.
10
it depends
cents.
what type of employee you get. Cause when they're like the new ones, they ain't trying to give you no sauce.
These be 10 cents back then. Remember that?
Yeah, that's what's logical. Now they be charging 40 cents for
They're
sauce.
like, this 40 cents is gonna come out of my paycheck, my first paycheck.
Yo,
give it
they
to
be
you. Can't do it.
terrified of that. I kid you not. I
Yo,
guarantee
big
you
up
go
to
McDonald's
all my
today, man.
McDonald's workers giving up
Grinding
sweet
out there.
sours and barbecue for free, man.
Yeah, shout out to you
Shout
guys.
out. Man. Keep
Respect.
doing your thing, man. Happy Merry Christmas.
And happy New
And
Year.
and
Happy
what else?
New
What else
Year,
do we
there
got
you
on
go.
the World Cup? What else?
Yeah,
do we
next
got?
up.
All right, so our next topic is one of those of, this was brought up the other day actually, of them trying to shorten the World Cup from 4 years to 3 years.
Nah, I think that's too soon.
What do you guys think?
Nah, I think four is perfect. Four is because then it's going to interrupt with the Euros, the Copa Americas, all that. I think 4 is perfect. You build up that little anticipation. It seems long, 4 years, but it's perfect.
it's
I'd
really
keep it.
not.
I'd keep it 4.
I agree with 4 because you're interfering with club football.
Oh, yeah,
You're interfering with club football, and it gives countries enough time to have enough recreation sources, enough like tourism spots set up, enough stadiums to be built.
Just seems like a money move.
4
They're
years,
greedy.
yeah.
That just seems greedy for money.
4
Let's be
years,
real.
4 years is good for me, man. Just keep it traditional. Don't change the old ways.
Imagine that every year's of the tournament. I don't even think players will even go to every single one. They'll be tired. Their club teams will
What
be
do you
pissed
think,
off.
man?
You know what the worst part about all of it is? Marcus,
put it in their
I agree with
contracts.
I agree with what both of them just said, but the worst part about all of this is the greed. Is the greed.
Yeah, the money.
No, it's just
That's
the
what
money.
Money, man. It's
That's
all
what
it's
it is.
money.
That's
Money hungry. Let's be real for a
Marcus,
second.
it's the exact same. It's the equivalent, but a little worse to me. It's the equivalent of the NFL putting in the extra game, the 17th game. Even though these guys freaking barely have health insurance 5 years out of the league. You know what I mean? They don't have fully guaranteed contracts. You know what I mean? But yet they play the most dangerous sport, and now they want to add another week on top of it simply for the money. They don't care about the best interest of the players. You know what I mean? They don't care. Even like you guys said, shortening a year, players aren't going to be able to, you know what I mean, fully recuperate,
Yeah,
you know what
players
I
be
mean,
injured.
rehabilitate, do whatever they have to do, you know what I mean? Because they're still playing club football.
And at the end of the day, they
making
say it's for the fans. Let's be real for a second.
Oh,
Those
man.
big corporate people don't care about the fans. They care about the money.
The reason the World Cup is so special, Marcus, is because it's every 4 years.
Yeah.
Same with the Olympics, you know what I mean? That's the reason it's so special, is because it's every 4 years. If it was every year, every 2 years even, you know what I mean? It wouldn't hold as much
It
weight.
just loses its mystique. And also, like, with certain other things when it comes along with that, it's gonna mess up, like, history, the goals, people's career points and stuff like that, where you rank, and it just messes all of that up in of itself.
I agree.
And it gives these countries, these places these venues less time
To build it.
to set up the infrastructure that they might need in order to host the tournament. You know what I mean? Like in Qatar, it took them, 10, 12 years to build and to do everything that they've done. And there's still a lot of people that were saying it was, you know what I mean? It was maybe rushed. You heard about the migrant workers dying and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
the way
a lot
that,
of them died.
yeah, you heard about the way the man, the representative of the Qatari government kind of just brushed it off. And he's like, people die every day. It's almost like he said, people die every day, B. You know what I mean? That's basically what he said. You know what I mean?
All right,
So, like,
That's on that one there.
We'll
Yeah,
leave it
that's
at- we'll leave it at that one. I don't want to touch any more on that. We'll leave it at that one. We'll leave it at that.
4 years, keep it a 4.
Yeah. All right, so that's our World Cup review for the PhD podcast for 2022. Next time we do this will be in 2026 for the World Cup. Any predictions going in?
Canada,
Any 3 years?
Brazil.
Any 3 years?
Portugal.
let's say one thing. If everybody go and just tell us one thing that just captivated, like just sum up this World Cup for you. Like what was it? Start by
Messi's
you.
the GOAT.
Exactly.
Period.
I'll say this. I'm going to sum it up real quick. Messi's the GOAT, and Mbappe is the baby GOAT.
Yeah, he's upcoming.
The Ronaldo Messi debate is
Mbappe's coming.
the Ronaldo Messi debate is definitely
Oh, yeah,
over.
yeah, that too.
Definitely over. But I will say this: in 2026, I think England takes it home.
Really? And what I'm saying is, overall, guys,
was about to
I'm
say
just
that
saying, like,
too, fam.
Messi,
Honestly, I was
Messi
about
is
to
the
say
GOAT.
that.
Like you said, the debate is over. I don't want to hear it. The debate
over.
is,
It's
it's
done.
over. Messi is the GOAT. Look what he's done just in general. The World Cup was just the final say. He is the GOAT, and just the next World Cup, I just say France might take it. France gonna be there. Mbappe's has 2
Oh,
World
yeah,
Cups.
yeah.
again.
You know what?
Mbappe's
France is taking
coming.
it.
Mbappe's coming
France
back.
is
He's the
taking
baby
it.
goat.
Let
Yeah,
blow,
yeah.
but I got England.
Like
Something sneaky
Mbappe
about them.
on his way out.
Yeah, for sure.
So
he's
that
almost
GOAT
there.
debate could be,
Yeah.
you brought out as a discussion again.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all in 12 years.
We'll
now.
be back. We'll be back.
Yeah, 3.5.
God
That
bless.
concludes our podcast.
Yes, sir.
Thank you guys for watching. You can watch us on all platforms.
Apple, Spotify, and YouTube, of course.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Till next
Big
time.